watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning and thanks for starting your morning with us here on DC News Now. It is 6 o'clock on a Wednesday. I'm Tanaya Wright.
Yeah, good morning to you. I'm Corey James. And if you're getting ready to head out the door this morning, want to know what those roads are looking like. Shanique will have more of that in just a second. Jackie, starting us off with the forecast this morning. Some rain in certain parts yesterday. Looks like there's going to be some more today already happening now.
Yeah, already seeing a few of those rain showers out there this morning. I know Shanika was just talking about some of those raindrops on one of her traffic cameras. So we'll likely see that on and off through that morning commute. Here's a view of the radar over the last 3 hours. Seeing a few of those showers sliding through Fairfax County. Those continue to dissipate as they inch closer towards DC. But we do see a few more of those rain showers across southern Maryland, and then even over towards the eastern Panhandle and western Maryland, even closer towards Hagerstown, seeing a few raindrops. Temperatures, it's a warm start. We're seeing those starting off in the upper 50s to lower 60s, holding at 61 in DC, 62 in Hagerstown, as well as Fredericksburg. Now later on today, we will see those temperatures jump back into those middle 70s. By 3 p.m., we're looking at a chance of a few rain showers around the area, but I'm thinking the bulk of any of our rain chances is mainly this morning. Then we have more wet weather on the way tomorrow. Tomorrow we do have a DMV first warn day for some heavy rain at times later on Thursday evening and Thursday night. I'll have more details on that coming up. Shanika, what's the latest on the roads?
All right, good morning, Jackie. You're at the top of the 6 o'clock hour. You are seeing delays out there. 270 starting there, leaving Frederick, heading southbound past 109. You are slow, so you're going to be slow for that stretch there. Let's flip over to the map so we can see the roadways. You can see a lot of red and yellow. That's just coming out of Frederick. After that, through Germantown, Gaithersburg, you are good to go. Now, looking at the Capital Beltway overall, things are pretty smooth. You're not even seeing delays past 650, really. Just a tad bit of yellow, not too bad. 95 is looking good on the Maryland side, Virginia side. Everything is cool, but just watch, though. We might have some slowdowns out there, especially as that rain is coming down, so do take it easy.
Shanika, thank you. New this morning, D.C. police are investigating a shooting outside a gas station that left 3 people injured.
DC News Now's Liberty Zabala is live off Newcomb Street in Southeast with more on what we know from police. Liberty, good morning.
Good morning, Tanaya and Corey. Well, this is very scary for this neighborhood. I spoke with one resident who lives nearby who wouldn't go on camera because he's just too afraid, but he told me that he heard 6 to 8 gunshots here last night. Now, here at the scene, there's still just one patrol car here left behind, but this is the Easy gas station where officers say that triple shooting happened, and police say 2 men and 1 woman were hurt. Now, police were scouring the scene here just after 8:30 last night, and police blocked off the area of Newcomb Street Southeast and 5th Street Southeast. But officers say all 3 victims involved in this shooting were conscious and breathing, and no word on the extent of their injuries at this time, and no word from police about any search for any suspects yet either. But we are working to get more information from officers, and we'll bring that to you as soon as we get it. For now, live here in Southeast DC, Liberty Zabala, DC News Now.
Liberty, thank you. Time right now was 6:03. New details this morning in the murder of a teenage boy in Northeast DC. Police say a 16-year-old boy is accused of pulling the trigger. 14-year-old Avion Evans was shot to death at the Brooklyn Metro Station last Thursday. Police say several teens were fighting on the platform when the teen suspect opened fire. They say the suspect was not part of the fight, but the 16-year-old is being charged as a juvenile with second-degree murder. Police say surveillance video and the new real-time crime center were key in making the arrest.
Meantime, people living in the Brooklyn neighborhood say they are just heartbroken about the teen's death. Neighbors held a safety meeting yesterday to ask leaders what can be done to address crime in the area. They say they want the focus to be on juveniles and youth services.
Me as an artist, could I do something where kids come and do art with me afterwards, so there's an adult that cares for them?
2 children have been murdered in the past year, and both of those children were missing children before they were murdered.
Police say they have increased their presence in the neighborhood. One council member also says city leaders are working on legislation dealing with kids skipping multiple days of school. And in Ward 4, Mayor Bowser is set to speak about public safety and the proposed budget. That is set for 6:30 tonight at the Petworth Library.
In Alexandria, Duke Street is back open this morning. Police shut down both directions of it yesterday after a crash involving a motorcycle and bus. Officials say the motorcyclist died at the scene. Police are now investigating the cause of the crash. The man accused of killing 2 women in Manassas, Virginia last week is staying in jail. Edward Jackson Bland appeared in court yesterday. Officials say Bland told officers the women needed to die. After the hearing, Jackson Bland's niece told us she believes her uncle is innocent. She also told us another man pulled the trigger and is in custody. Prince William County Police tell us they are not connecting that man to the murders at this time. Jackson Bland's next court date is in June. And happening today, soon, financial relief is going to make its way to Port of Baltimore workers and families of those killed in the deadly bridge collapse.
Governor Wes Moore signed the emergency legislation into law yesterday. Our Yamari Sase is in the newsroom this morning. So Yamari, tell us how this is going to really help them.
Yeah, so this is a $60 million relief plan that will go towards Port of Baltimore employees and the families impacted by this tragic incident. Now, since the port has been partially open, a lot of this has impacted a lot of jobs. And lawmakers say they just want to ease the financial burden for everyone involved.
On Tuesday, Governor Wes Moore signed the emergency bill that will help employees at the Port of Baltimore impacted by the Key Bridge collapse. Since the collapse 2 weeks ago, the port has not been fully reopened, which has impacted jobs. The legislation will provide a total of $60 million in relief to port employees without work or who don't have insurance to cover the closing or partial closure of the port. Part of that funding will also go towards a scholarship to help the family members of the construction workers killed during the collapse. As for small businesses surrounding the port that were also impacted by the collapse, they'll also get some relief. The governor's office has created a business recovery center for those businesses in Anne Arundel County, Baltimore City, and in Baltimore County. Now, in an effort to move forward from this tragic incident, U.S. lawmakers say a 3rd channel at the Port of Baltimore will open by the end of this month. And they're also looking to introduce legislation to use federal aid to pay for 100% of the cost for a new bridge.
And together with our partners in Unified Command, we've worked tirelessly to bring closure to the families, to clear the channel and open the vessel traffic to the Port of Baltimore, to take care of everyone affected by the crisis, and to rebuild the Key Bridge.
Now, in an effort to move forward from this tragic incident, a legislation was also signed by the governor yesterday to rename the port to the Helen Delic Bentley Port of Baltimore. Now, later on today, we are expected to hear from Governor Wes Moore on an update on this collapse. We're now reporting live in the newsroom. I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.
Yamari, thank you. This morning, D.C. officials are planning to announce a new initiative to increase cardiac arrest survival rates. The program will give rebates up to $400 to public spaces that install automated external defibrillators. Small businesses, places of worship, nonprofits, and certain residential buildings are all eligible. The announcement is expected to happen at 11 o'clock this morning at the Anacostia Arts Center. Mayor Bowser is celebrating National Deaf History Month. Her Office of Deaf, Deafblind, and Hard of Hearing is hosting a community roundtable tonight. The public is invited to join the discussion about making D.C. a more accessible city. It starts at 5:30 at Deaf-owned restaurant Monteria on 8th Street in Northeast. And many Muslims are marking the end of Ramadan today.
The Eid al-Fitr holiday is marked with celebrations involving family reunions, new clothes, and sweet treats. For the last month, Muslims have been fasting every day from sunrise to sunset. Ramadan is a time of increased worship and charity. Eid al-Fitr is a feast to break the month-long fast. A lot of people also visit Indonesia, which is the most populous Muslim majority country, for the holiday. It is estimated 194 million travelers will be visiting for this celebration. All right.